Hey, it's Brianna and Presley. We're here for Presley's 2-month update today. Time has flown. I feel like I waited so long to have this little girl because I was at 41 weeks and 6 days when she finally was induced. But these last 2 months have gone by so quickly. I feel like they've gone by faster than the 2 weeks overdue that I waited for her. She's trying to talk to you too. But I wanted to kick off today's video a little bit differently. I'm gonna ask for you in the comments to give advice to a girl growing up in today's world. So there's so many amazing people that are a part of this community, and I want to hear more from you. So I'm going to ask you to, in the comments, leave some advice for P. It could be life advice, it could be advice about her career someday, it could be how to survive in this crazy world that we live in. Whatever piece of advice you would like to share with baby P, leave it in the comments, and when she gets older, I'm going to share this with her. I think it would be kind of cool for her to know the support that she has from you around the world. There's people everywhere who comment on videos or who are watching, and I want to hear from you and share your advice with P when she gets older. Sorry, she might be a little cranky, so that's why we've got this wubbin up popped in her mouth. Do you see yourself in the camera? She's like staring at herself. Okay, but let's get started on all about P and where she's at as far as growth and development after these 2 months have flown by. Presley turned 2 months old yesterday, so she is officially 2 months old and 1 day today. And I just cannot believe how much this girl has grown. She started off at 18.5 inches. She is now 24 inches, which when I looked it up on the CDC site for US girl babies, she is in like the 95th percentile for height. And then weight-wise, she is right in at 12 pounds, which when she was born, she was 7 pounds, 5 ounces. And I know I'll get the question. So far, I have exclusively breastfed, or she's had exclusively breast milk. She does get a bottle of breast milk when she goes to bed every single night that I pump, just so that my husband can bond and feed her, and she gets used to the bottle before I return to work. My maternity leave will now be over in 3 weeks and 1 day. Not that I'm counting or feeling upset about it at all. Here nor there, I'm just so proud of the fact that, you know, it takes a lot of dedication to breastfeed. Not that there's anything wrong with the formula, and I'm sure at some point she's probably going to need to have some of the backup supply of formula when I start either traveling for work, if, you know, something goes awry with all of the breast milk I have stored up. But it is a pride point as a nursing mama when you know the dedication it takes to then see your baby has gained almost 5 pounds since birth over these last 2 months. So I feel really good about that. And I'm just so happy that she is healthy and that she is happy. That is one of the milestones. She is smiling so much. And I know technically when she was born, I had a lot of you say to me, oh, she's a stubborn Taurus because she's born May 20th, which is the very last day in like the horoscope window. And I'm not super into it. I just kind of know an overview of what different horoscopes mean. But I swear, since she borders with Gemini, she has like multiple personalities, because if she is in her crib and wakes up, she is screaming. I mean, like blood curdling, horrible. Like sometimes I get concerned, like, oh my gosh, is something wrong with her? I walk in, as soon as she sees my face peek over the crib at her, she's like, Mommy. It is literally like 2 totally opposite personalities. So when she's by herself, she doesn't seem to like being by herself at all. She doesn't like it. But as soon as she sees another person, whether it's me or daddy or even brother, she started smiling at. It is really cute. She has like the best baby smile, and I know every mama probably feels that way when you see your baby smile at you, but I just love her little smile. It is so sweet. And her eyelashes have grown in tremendously over the last month. So she has the flirtiest little eyes. I just love them so much. She definitely has dark brown eyes, and her hair is looking pretty dark brown. Like I would say maybe it's a medium to probably more of a dark brown colored hair. I really wondered if she would have any red in it, because sometimes in the sun I would see a bit of a red tinge because my husband has red hair. He has like a very dark reddish brown color hair. But I think we've got a brown-eyed, brown-haired girl here. Some of the other stats about Presley: she is in size 3-month clothes, but sleepers have now become too short for our tall girl. So I actually just put all of her 6-month sleepers, sorry I'm looking down because that's where her hamper is in here, in the hamper to be washed this week, because we need to move her into 6-month for the footy pajamas for sure. She is just too tall for the 3-month ones. But she's wearing 3-month clothes, size 1 diapers. But as soon as this pack runs out, I'm actually gonna switch her to size 2, because here in the US, size 1, you can be 12, I think it goes up to 15 pounds, but size 2 diapers start at 12 pounds. And since she's 12 pounds, I always like putting my kids in larger size diapers just so they're more comfortable and less messy, because to me there's like more absorbency. Some of the things she really likes is going on walks and going anywhere. I think she might have inherited a bit of my busybody trait. She is the happiest when we are leaving the house and going places and when we are out and about. When we are at home, I can just sense she gets bored, she gets stir crazy. She really, we have all these contraptions, and I feel Landon was the same way. They maybe work for 5 or 10 minutes, but it's sometimes not even that. It's like a blessing if they'll sit in it for 10 minutes without crying, I feel like. She just likes to be on the go. If we are in a shopping cart at the grocery store or Target, or pushing her around in the stroller, if we go to a playground or the kiddie park or a walk or the mall or just going places, she seems to be really content and satisfied when she gets to kind of look around and especially be out in the fresh air. She seems to be a lot happier and more content than sitting at home. She also loves music, which is just amazing since her name is Presley. I think both of our kids have taken so much to music. Like Landon sings all the time. It's so cute. But she really does light up when either she's sung to or when we play certain types of music, or sometimes in the morning if I have on like Good Morning America and they do the concert series, she just like zones into what's going on. You can tell she's listening so intently when they have the musicians playing. So she really, really does seem to like music. However, when it comes to the sleeping, I just don't make sleepers. That's what people tell me. They've sort of said, it feels like either you make sleepers or you don't. I was really hoping since Landon wasn't a sleeper, maybe she would be different, but I guess I just don't make sleepers. I hope that translates to them having a lot of energy and being really hardworking and vivacious when they're older. That's my hope, and if that's the case, I'm totally, it's fine. I won't sleep for the next year. I'll just be in mom zombie mode like I am right now with these really nice dark circles under my eyes. I don't know if you can see them. It is what it is. There's always coffee for that. But at night, I would say right now, sort of the hours that she's going to sleep or in sleep mode, we try to get her into sleep mode. Adam will give her her bedtime bottle anytime between 6:30 to 7 o'clock. So she's usually down for her first stretch by like 7:30 mark. And last night, actually, she went to 1 o'clock. So that was, I think, one of the longest stretches she has ever slept. It seems to be if she's really full with that bottle at bedtime, she'll go for a longer stretch. But, we say that, and then other nights she's up by 10:30, 11 o'clock. So we have anywhere from like a 3 to 5 hour first stretch at night. And then after that, she's usually up every 2 hours, sometimes every 1.5. Usually around the midnight mark, I'm then up at like a 2, 4, 6, and then finally when she wakes up around like the 7:45, 8 o'clock mark is when I'll wake her up, keep her up, and then I think she like will take a 20-minute cat nap around 9:30, which is, yep, I think she's catnapping right now. Perfect. She just is proving everything I say to be correct. So we'll see if this cat nap lasts. She'll probably be up by the time I'm done filming this video, unless I cut it a little short here. And then, after her 20-minute cat nap, she's up for like another 1.5 to 2 hours again, and then we just continue the cycle of catnapping all day long until Daddy gets home from work and gives her that bedtime bottle. She is still eating just about every 2 hours except for that longer stretch, and again, I'm breastfeeding, so the only time she's getting a bottle is that bedtime feed when then I pump while he's feeding her. And I am pumping anywhere from about 4 to 6 ounces every time I pump. So I'm feeling really, really good about the fact that then I'm even able to have a supply built up, because she's usually taking about 3 to 4 ounces in the bottle. So usually half of what I pump goes to her bedtime bottle, and then the other half I'm putting in the freezer. So it's nice. I've got a nice little supply frozen there for when I do go back to work, and we'll have to start traveling eventually. One other thing that she's so different from Landon in is tummy time, and I think it's because she does just have a smaller head size than Landon, but she's really, really strong at tummy time. She actually is lifting her head, starting to push herself up, and she's attempted to roll over. She hasn't actually rolled over, but her attempts have looked really, really good. So I think we've got a very strong girl on our hands. I could be totally proven wrong, but Landon was a lot slower to crawl, to stand, to walk, all of those things. And I have a feeling that she's probably gonna be moving a lot faster or earlier than he did. She just seems so tough and strong. She's a little tough girl. And just some fast updates on me postpartum. So I weighed myself this morning. I was 133 pounds, so I still technically would have 11 pounds to go to lose the pregnancy weight, but I don't expect to be losing that anytime soon, even though I've been really, really active. I think with breastfeeding, I'm not really restricting my diet. I'm making every effort to be very healthy, eating a lot of greens and salads and fruits and drinking a ton of water. But I have a chocolate cupcake, or I have 5 chocolate covered pretzels in one day. So I'm not really, taking the steps to restrict at this point. And as far as exercise goes, I really haven't upped the intensity too much. I have been doing a little bit more ab exercises, and in smaller ways I'm trying to tone, but I'm not attending really, high intensity, high impact workout classes or anything like that yet. I'm still just basically walking or riding the exercise bike in the evenings when we watch TV as my cardio, just because I don't have the time right now to go to workout classes or anything like that. Oh, see, is the catnap over? Maybe. She's still kind of zoned out. And if I do decide to make changes, I'll let you know in one of the next updates sort of what I'm doing as far as increasing the intensity or trying to lose the baby weight faster. But at this point, I can fit into a lot of my old clothes. I don't feel like I look the same way that I would in my old clothes, but at least they fit. So I'm not going to stress about it. I have way too much going on to freak out about what the scale says or how my body looks at this point. So I'm just trying to not let the pressure of how I used to look or the pressure of society of how women should look affect me right now. But it is hard. Like, I will say, like, there are times when I look in the mirror and just feel a little bit down of like, oh, that tummy is not what you would want to be wearing a bikini right now, or the days of wearing a bikini are probably over. And as far as baby blues go or postpartum depression, I know that it can sink in at any point. Overall, I'm feeling really positive and happy though. I'm so enjoying this time that I have with her and with Landon. I feel like it is just so amazing to think about where he was at when we had her to now. I feel like I've been able to do so much reading, and we go to library story time, and I love, we actually take her to the baby story time too. It's great, but both of them kind of get to go to each other's because the baby one is 0 to 18 months and the toddler one is, I think, 18 to 36 months. So they both end up going to each other's story time, so they get a double dose of it, and they're not that different anyways, just the ages of more of the other kids there. But I feel like he is talking so much now and knows so much when it comes to colors, letters, numbers, shapes, weather. It's just really, really exciting that I've had, this time at home with him to sort of do preschool with him, I think. So yeah, it just kind of makes me wonder what I could be doing with him if I had an even longer maternity leave from home here. And I think just being able to go out and about and see and explore. We've had so much fun on our little adventures as a trio, me, Landon, and P. So, alrighty, I'm gonna end this update now. Thank you so much for watching. And in the comments, don't forget, let me know any advice that you would give for P or for a little girl growing up in today's world. It can be anything. It can be life advice, financial advice, romantic advice, whatever you want it to be. Let me know, because I will definitely share it with P when she gets older. And if you're new, I would love to have you subscribe and join this channel and this journey of being a mama of 2 and going back to work, and just some other fun lifestyle, cleaning, and organization videos I do on my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.
Some girls feel best in the tiny dresses. Some girls, nothing but sweatpants, looking like a princess. Some girls kiss new lips every single night. They're staying out late cause they just celebrating life. You know, some days you feel so good in your own skin, but it's okay.